Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a series between MarineLorD and Nerchio, starting off on New Gettysburg, the latter edition here in game number 1. This is a best of 7, the grand final from the 2016 Dreamhack Open Valencia that wrapped up about a month ago now. Very excited to bring you this series. There were some requests to cast it, and I'm going to go ahead and do so. I trust you guys that this series is very, very amazing. Alright, so in the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Nerchio from Euronix Gaming. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is MarineLorD from Team Millennium. So it is France versus... Crap, Nerchio's from Poland, right? Poland. Yes, I looked at his flag on Liquipedia. It's Polish. Alright, so... Oh, now I'm having these crazy second thoughts. Dang it, why do I always do this to myself? I know what it is, and then I just kind of decide, nope, not the case. And I have to think about it, and then I have to look it up, and yes, he is from Poland. Why do I not believe my own mind, you guys? What is wrong with me? Anyway, regardless, it is a ZVT here for you today, a ZVT series, which should be pretty darn popular on the channel. And we will see, first of all, if this is going to be a Reaper expand, because that barracks is just now finishing. And dun 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 dun, it is a Reaper. We're going to name this Reaper. Let's go Ricky the Reaping Reaper. So this is going to be Ricky, which reminds me of Ricky the Raccoon, like Ricky Raccoon. Is that a camp song maybe from Lamb Chop's Play Along, which is a show I used to watch when I was a kid, which I'm not sure any of you know about, but it was a ventriloquist woman named Sherry, I want to say, and she had all these different puppets. One was a dog, one was a sheep, and she ventriloquisted them to make it sound like they were talking, and it was a TV show, and it was fun. It was a fun place to be. That's where the song, This Is the Song That Never Ends, comes from, if you've ever heard that before. This is the song that never ends, never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because. And then it starts over there. Alright, so here comes Ricky the Reaper moving right on in. There are 4 lings. They are slow, which means they could be killed depending on the micro potential here from Nerchio. Kitty 8 charge hits absolutely nothing. Great micro there from Nerchio as well. Any kills on this guy yet? No Ricky. No Ricky, no kills yet. Speed about 40% complete, and queens are starting to pop. There we go. There's that first queen. Going to chase that Reaper away just a little bit. Combat drugs. Healing him right on up. And is that a third command center? It is. MarineLorD going for the quick third command center. Factory just now finishing reactor on that barracks. And swapping over. There's the Hellion opener. Swapping over into the reactor. Double Hellion pumping out now. The timings for MarineLorD are fantastic. He is a very, very good Terran player. And the tech lab now in the barracks for the upgrades for the bio. I don't see a starport yet. We're really kind of actually delaying that a bit to go for this third command center. Meanwhile, Ricky is trying to get kills. Does he still have 0 kills? He still has 0 kills, man. That's actually impressive. That's hard to do. He has scouted absolutely nothing but this main base. All I can tell the Terran High Command is that there are lings and queens and a base right here, and that's it. That is it. The Hellions come to spell Ricky. Are you going to go with them, Ricky? You should. You should go with them, and he is. Oh, they're all friends. They're friends now, going the super long way around, though. I'm not sure why they're not just taking this path. Maybe they're worried about getting blockaded by a spine crawler or some queens or something. A queen right here would be really good, actually. I think 1 could block it, maybe 2. I have to test that out and see what we can see. Roach Warren on the way for Nerchio, not quite there yet. It's going to have to deal with this with lings and queens, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. It's only 2 Hellions and a Reaper. Queen stabbing away. Kitty 8 charge, hitting both of the queens, actually. Nicely done. Nicely done there, Ricky, but man, these queens, big problem. Evolution Chamber, Roach Warren here, preventing the Hellions from coming up along this way. Blocks them off, forces them down this direction where the queen is. I like this positioning by Nerchio. They got a creep tumor. Did Ricky get that? No, Ricky didn't get credit for that kill. Why would he get credit for that kill? Third base for Nerchio, just about complete as well, so both players are macroing pretty hard right now. Long distance mining even is Nerchio. It's 41 to 36 total harvesters, and Nerchio does have the lead. And then just got supply blocked. Where did he just lose an Overlord? Lost an Overlord somewhere. Sadly for him. Queens focusing down one of the Hellions. Kitty 8 charge again, knocking that queen back. Meanwhile, double refineries here at the natural. Double refineries in the main. And just so many Marines. So many Marines. All day Marines right now. And did they get Ricky? They got Ricky. Ah, the Lings chased down and got Ricky. Some of the Lings did end up getting killed in the process. Oh, good little flank there by Nerchio. Didn't get the second Hellion, but that's a-okay. MarineLorD didn't really commit a whole lot to that pressure, but just enough to force some units out of Nerchio. Now moving full on into this bile. There's the starport I was asking about earlier. The factory is going to land and turn itself into, well, not turn itself into, but go ahead and make a tech lab. Probably for tanks. So we'll get some tank marine stuff here with medevac support with a single marauder. Surprised only one marauder here. He saw the roaches. Roaches just do really well against marines, not as well against marauders. Supply depot here blocking that attack path off for Nerchio. And there's that third base. It has landed. It's making its first SCV, and there he is. Hello, first SCV. Welcome. Welcome to this game. It's good to have you. Lair on the way from Nerchio, and +1/+1 with combat shield for MarineLorD's biological units. Double pumping medevacs, because medevacs have been an integral part of the Terran army since the beginning, 6 years ago, since StarCraft 2. The concept of dropping and healing at the same time was introduced, and it's been a fan favorite ever since. Look at how Nerchio is babysitting his units. He does not let any of them die unnecessarily. Got them out of there in time to keep them alive. Medevac, marauders, and marines pushing on out. Where do they go? Hellion is holding this down like a watchtower in production. More roaches, 7 roaches up for Nerchio. Creep spray going to make this very difficult for the medevacs to fly anywhere that Nerchio can't see them, is the problem. But they're going to go up around this north side anyway. Can that be spotted by Nerchio? No. No, it can't. Landing on the high ground, which I'm actually surprised about. And this drop coming right up the middle, right past that Overlord. Not being sneaky at all, trying to draw the attention of the Zerg player while these guys come on down and make their presence known as well. So it's Roach Ravager here, a pretty nice concave. MarineLorD wants nothing to do with that. Landing here with the Marines, killing some of these creep tumors. Nice scan, catching four creep tumors in there. That's pretty darn impressive. Another scan possible here. I don't know. Either way, there are roaches, there are lings, there are ravagers. Pick up a boost out, says MarineLorD. He's not going to lose anything unnecessarily either. Infestation pit on the way for Nerchio. 7-minute infestation pit, +2 ground carapace, +1 attack or melee. Ground melee, and Galileo reconstitution on the way for the Zerg player. Medevac's heading back home. I mean, MarineLorD hasn't really been able to put too much pressure on the Zerg player. Nerchio, 18 lings killed and an Overlord and like 10 creep tumors. That's it. That is it. That does not bode well for MarineLorD. Just the fact that he's really allowed Nerchio to drone up. He's at 73 workers right now. He has a lot of bases. 4. Yep. Yes, 4 to be exact. And these drops just haven't done anything. Anytime they try to drop, there's a huge army of Roach Ravager with +1 carapace, making them even harder to kill. Tank production is on the way for MarineLorD. He could really use some tanks here against this very roach-heavy composition. Marines are going to die unless they get evacuated. MarineLorD, get them out of there. Oh, Marines absolutely getting destroyed. Crucible landing, missing. Great dodge there by MarineLorD. Nothing to worry about. Another attempted corrosive bile. I don't know what that was. Hive coming up for Nerchio as well. And yeah, it's going to be Roach Ravager. Roach Ravager. Although that Hive tells me maybe Ultras, especially with the +1 melee attack coming up here. But in the meantime, the tanks are here. Tank count is 4. No upgrades on those tanks. Marines do have that +1, +1, +2, +2 is on the way. Any fungal grow's going to go down. I'm not sure if the infestors have enough energy to do so. They do. And they're getting focused down a little bit. There we go. The fungal's on the Marines. The corrosive bile landing, doing a great job with them. Pulling back to the creep, though, is Nerchio. Doesn't really want to stay in there too long. That's a pretty darn impressive Terran army. It's 156 to 178 total supply in favor of Nerchio. That Hive is complete. I think Nerchio just might be stalling until he can get his Ultras out, or Broodlords, or wherever the heck he's going for. I have to imagine it's Ultras, though. Tank Splash really forcing Nerchio back. There's that Ultra Cavern on the way. Getting Adrenal Glands for the Lings, too. That increases their attack speed by a lot. By quite a large percent, if I remember correctly. And yeah, tanks, Marines, busting on out. Scanning, exploding Lings coming in from the top side here. Is it? It is. It's an attack from both sides. On top of everything, the Infestors running into the front. Get out of there. Infested Terrans being tossed them down as well. This Terran army is getting absolutely massacred. Forced to pick up and retreat. A final Marine gets acid dissolved by the acid saliva. The Lings trying to get on top of that stuff. Getting forced away, though. Tank Splash. Pretty strong stuff, but Ultras coming up soon from Nerchio. And there are Liberators. There is a Ghost Academy. MarineLorD is no fool. He knows what's coming. Does he know? Does he scanned? He has not actually scanned. He doesn't know that there are ultras coming, but I guess Nerchio is a little bit predictable in these ZVTs, and that's what's going to happen here. Chitinous plating on the way. Again, that's that adrenal glands for the Lings, not quite complete yet. 3 ultras in your army, and Nerchio is maxed out, 196 to 177. So here comes an attempt to drop from MarineLorD. Again, Overlord's in positions just to scout this so wonderfully, so perfectly. Queen's coming in to deal with this, not roaches or Lings. I'm very surprised by that. Queen getting some stabs away. Just get the medevac. Get the medevac. Good job moving the medevac away, but Transfuse keeping that Queen alive. A couple more shots. And nope, just does manage to escape. Ultras pop out. That is every Terran Marine's worst nightmare. Oh, man. Trying to kill those Queens, doing a great job of it. Then suddenly Ultras pop out of an egg right next to you and just eat your face for lunch. That is not good feeling at all. Planetary Fortress being upgraded here for MarineLorD, continuing. Actually starting Ghost production. And Aspire on the way. Pneumatize Carapace, +3 on the ground armor, as well as +2 on the melee attack. So here comes Nerchio. Again, he's maxed out. He does have his ultras. They are currently with 3 armor, chitinous plating, just about to finish. Nidus Network, Nidus Worm, going to be popped in the main. I think maybe Nerchio is going to try to distract by attacking this. And then popping just a ton of Lings on over here. Did the Liberator spot that? Liberator spotted it. Beautiful job, Liberator. Ultras come out, though, and then pop back on in immediately. The army comes on through. There's a great wall of supply depots here. A small group of army here trying to try to deal with this thing as well. Ultra trying to move on in, but running away. Corrosive Bile actually hitting the Ultra there. Lings on top of everything. A lot of dead SCVs at this point. Nerchio doing a great job taking hits at that Terran economy, but pulling back as Nerchio. This number of Ravagers not quite enough. Corrosive Bile's landing, getting a couple hits down. There's another Nidus Worm coming up right about there. Lings finally do get cleaned up, but not before 12 SCVs were killed. It's 58 to 71 total workers at this point. Another base coming up for Nerchio, and there we go. Lings, Ultras, no Liberators here this time. No Cerebob. Ultra not quite sure what it wants to do. I mean, I guess trying to get some ghosts. Some steady targeting used. Goodbye, Ultra. Nice steady targeting by this group of ghosts. Lings trying to get on top of stuff. Disrupt that steady targeting. This Ultra needs to get home now, and it is. It does manage to escape, but after 4 SCVs were killed, making the total of 16 SCVs have been killed so far. This one ghost attacking the Nidus Worm. The rest of them, their AI is dumb. Not going around. There we go. Come on in. And that is the sound of a dead Nidus Worm. That's the sound of a dead Overlord as well. So it is 192 to 188 total supply. Nerchio is not quite, doesn't quite have this game in the bag yet. MarineLorD's not out of it. +3/+3 coming up from the MarineLorD. Personal cloaking too. Yep, personal cloaking. There's the scan, killing some creep tumors. Nerchio doesn't quite want to engage this army, so we'll see how he deals with it. Baneling's on the way. I love the Baneling choice with centrifugal hooks and a greater spire as well. So here we go. MarineLorD getting scouted by this Overlord. Sees a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders. Not that many tanks. Surprisingly few number of tanks. Lings trying to do a bit of a counter run by here, and they do get that run by. Some of these units need to go back home, and they are. They definitely are. Taking for bases here, taking for bases here. There is not much to the relief of Nerchio, and here we go. Ultras coming right on in. Banelings without speed, crashing into everything. Banelings from the bottom side too. Lings from the backside, getting all of those ghosts, forcing the pickup, and MarineLorD's army just gets absolutely obliterated right there. Holy cow. Corrosive Bile landing, getting a couple medevacs as well as a Ravager with it. Continuing to push here is Nerchio. Can he do this thing? Can he end it? There are a lot of Lings in here, a bunch of dead SCVs, especially with that adrenal glands. The Ultra is trying to roll in, but there are Liberators. Not anymore. Not anymore, thanks to those Ravagers and their Corrosive Bile. That is for sure. Lings getting melted. Supply depot might actually fall there unless an SCV decides to repair it. And Corrosive Bile's landing, I think they were possibly going for that Liberator, but there are Corruptors out now. Corruptors do pretty well against them. Liberators do not do as well against Corruptors. 3 Corruptors on the way, so speed Banelings now. They do have speed at this point. Steady targeting being used, and there's one dead Ultra. There is almost another dead Ultra. Can the Banelings morph in? They do manage to escape. They do manage to escape and get on out of there. And yeah, so I mean, just Nerchio has little pockets of army everywhere. He likes going for the surrounds. He likes doing that kind of stuff. But right now, just kind of hanging out. He does have Broodlords on the way. He does have +1 flying Carapace. He does have another Nidus Network coming up inside the main base. Not sure if MarineLorD can see that one. I mean, he can, right? He can see the color on his mini-map. And is anybody coming up? I guess there is, yeah, a bunch of units are coming up to deal with this thing. Can't cancel the eruption. So Nerchio doesn't even bother really pushing anything out of there. He saw the army coming. Nothing to worry about on that side of things. Trying to land this space here is MarineLorD. He does really need to expand right now. It's 51 to 69 total harvesters. Army killing yet more creep tumors. 50 creep tumors have been killed thus far. MarineLorD is not kidding when it comes down to this. 365 to 366 average APM for these guys. That's super close. That is incredibly close. All right. Creep tumors being landed right here. Banelings, infestors, corruptors with, again, +1 flyer carapace, which is a big deal. I think I've been a fan of that since the beta of Legacy of the Void, is getting that flyer carapace for your corruptors. Overlord is going to die. It is not enough to supply block Nerchio. He has a lot of overlords, specifically 21, which is enough to keep you from being supply blocked if you add in all the hatcheries and stuff too. So, I mean, just kind of little disparate groups here. Is that more Broodlords? It's more Broodlord. There are 6 of them. Those are Overseers that are morphed in right there. So Nerchio's not going full Broodlord right now, but it's going to be enough. And Vikings are on... I mean, there are 2 Vikings on the field. Not a whole huge number of them, though. And here we go. Banelings rolling in from the top side. Broodlords getting steady targeted down. Now however, that means the Ultras aren't getting steady targeted down here, and they're crashing in as well. Ultra on the top side. Banelings fungals on all of the ghosts, interrupting their ability to steady target, but still getting it off to some extent. The Broodlords are still alive, throwing down Broodlings on everything. Corruptors killing all of these medevacs. Missile turrets trying to deal with stuff too, but Broodlings chewing those things to death because they are fully upgraded Broodlings. Trying to push back on in here. The Vikings chasing the army back. Nerchio, 155 to 109 total supply, has a very nice lead right now. Transfuses keeping those Broodlords alive. More Lings, more Ultras, and more Broodlords coming out from Nerchio. So amazing. Just absolutely beautiful compositions here from Nerchio. Not going mass anything, which is always nice to see. And just trying to do things that complement each other and leave MarineLorD guessing. I mean, right now, MarineLorD has 6 Ghosts, 12 Marines, and 9 Marauders, and that's pretty much it. I feel like Nerchio can win this thing if he pushes. He's just been very patient, very surroundy when it comes to the attacks by MarineLorD. So here we go. Some changelings on the ground. I keep thinking these are actually Marines, but they're not. They are changelings. Another missile turret exploded there. Scan, seeing the number of Broodlords and getting more Liberators, more Vikings, is MarineLorD. Send the changelings in to do stuff. This base did get actually saturated by MarineLorD. And I wonder, these Lings could probably clean it out in a hot second. I'm not sure why they're not trying to do that. I guess because Nerchio doesn't know it's there. So scout that base, Nerchio. I believe in you. I believe you can do this thing. Sensor tower is up. And here come the Broodlords and the Corruptors. Again, doesn't know this base is here, but seems intent on an assault on it anyway. Hey, look, surprise base. Are you serious? You still don't know there's a base here. Come on. Come on. There it is. Now you know there's a base. Alright, so Viking count looking pretty darn good. Rolling down with the Banelings and the Lings. Pretty good splits and some cloaked ghosts here, but the Overseer count is pretty darn high. Pretty good explosions down there with the Banelings, but still a lot of ghosts available. Corruptors trying to kill as many medevacs as possible. Medevac count is dwindling quickly. Another medevac falls. The Broodlords are still alive. This Ultra going to town on that worker line. 6 kills there. Marines, Marauders, Ghosts trying to do what they can, but it's 170 to 86 total supply. The Vikings are alive, but that is about it for MarineLorD. He's lost this base. He's lost 18 more SCVs. It's 68 to 33 on that worker count. The Broodlords have been absolutely huge for Nerchio thus far. More Banelings on the way, more Lings on the way, more Marines, and +2 Terran ship weapons for MarineLorD. But again, he's halved. He has half the worker count that Nerchio does. Not a good look. Not a great look at all. All right, more and more Liberators. We have Vikings mixed in there too. Changelings do get spotted by the Terran army and absolutely massacred there as well. Lings trying to make sure this base doesn't get reestablished. That's exactly what this is. And doing a pretty good job of it. Oh, SCVs, wrong time to be here. Get out. Good reaction time by MarineLorD getting out of there, killing that missile turret, and the Lings decide to head on back home. Again, no reason to run yourself into a meat grinder here. Don't run into that bio, especially because they do have +3/+3 and they hit pretty darn hard. But that medevac count is currently 2. 14 have been killed so far. Again, I say this all the time, but killing medevacs is a huge deal in ZVT. If you can do it, consistently, if you can keep your opponent's medevac count to under 5, you're going to be all right in most of these situations. More Banelings getting morphed on in. This Ultra has 8 kills. It is a Slayer. It is a Slayer. Again, I think Nerchio's just trying to starve MarineLorD out. He's trying to come right in here and just make sure he doesn't mine anything from it, because this is the only base he would have in that case. This is mined out, this is mined out, this is mined out. And here he comes, moving down the ramp. Another group of changelings coming in, because why not? You have a lot of overseers, they have a lot of energy. You might as well do some of this morphin stuff, unless they get absolutely instantly detected and destroyed at this point. Corruptors come on in. Are they going to use Caustic Spray here? No, they're not. They're going to get rid of those Vikings. Vikings are gone. Fungal and Banelings on top of everything, and that's it. The GG! GG from MarineLorD. Nerchio is victorious, and that is it for game number 1. Nerchio represents Zerg very well in that. Absolutely patient, methodical, surrounded every time MarineLorD tried to come in and do something, especially on creep. It felt like Nerchio was there. And again, I love the composition. The Banelings and the Fungals there for ghosts, just to make sure they don't do anything too crazy against the Broodlords and the Ultras. Again, a lot of Ultras died. 10 died, but only 2 Broodlords, which is surprising. Fairly surprising in my opinion. But anyway, that's game number 1. We'll move on to game number 2 in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans. This is game number 2 between Nerchio and MarineLorD on Dasan Station, the Ladder Edition. Let me see if my little... Nope, that's not what I want there. How about Nerchio? Let's see if we can get him up there. Control and Shift both do that. All right, I need to talk to my guy about getting that fixed. But basically, Nerchio is up 1 game to 0. Moving into Dasan Station, which is a weird one, which is a weird map. The rush distance between these 2 players is not very long, which tells me we could see a pool first. Out of Nerchio, you have crazy backdoor stuff you have to worry about, and there's front door stuff you have to worry about, and other stuff you can break down. I mean, we did a ZVP. I think it was a ZVP on this map, and it was crazy. You have minerals that act as barriers. I mean, you don't see that stuff except in Brood War and Starbow, really. Anyway, there's a hatch first by Nerchio. It's basically inside your main. You have a really nice, accessible natural base, but those rocks are a problem. That ramp is a problem. And then you have this front door, too, you have to worry about. So I'm sure Terran players and Protoss players hate this map with a passion. Zerg players have a lot of ways to get in, and because they don't wall anyway, they don't care. They don't care about that. There's that extractor and the spawning pole. So Nerchio's not going pool first here against the Terran player. Don't have to worry about that if you're MarineLorD. You do have to worry about winning this game, though, because going down 2 games to 0 is much, much different from tying it up 1-1. Either way, we have our Reaper Nist ready, and it's a Marine. It's a Marine from MarineLorD. Who saw that coming? I'm fairly sure that I did not. I did not see that coming. Captive Ultra here. Overlord providing some solidarity. Hey, buddy, we'll get you out of there as soon as we win this game. If we don't win, though, that might be a problem. Got his tusks all, like, crazy secured there. Poor thing. It just wants to kill people. That's all it wants. Is that like a Hydra that's getting dissected? Holy crap, it is. Missing an arm and stuff. Man, they put a lot of attention to detail in these things, don't they? Got more stuff in these crazy things. Alright, anyway, back on track to the StarCraft 2. Nothing has really happened. I mean, there's a factory on the way. There's that expansion from MarineLorD. And hasn't taken a 3rd yet, as Nerchio. Probably, I don't know. It does seem like a popular 3rd base because it's right down from your main ramp. So it's kind of fun. Ling's knocking down their own rocks. What this does is give them access to this back door. You can't get here from here unless you knock these down. It's weird. I know, this is such a weird map, but it's definitely something you have to do. Ursidon comes out of the shadows. What up, Ursidon? You're friggin' terrifying. You look like a Yeti on steroids. Look at that thing. Like, you're camping, right? You're snow camping, winter camping, and all of a sudden that thing comes out of the trees. I think you just die. I think it looks at you and you just fall down dead, and that's pretty much the end of it. Ling's still trying to knock this down. They have no attack upgrades, so this will take them approximately forever. Bunker here on the top. MarineLorD making a lot of Marines and getting some Widow Mines early. Not surprising. Starport coming out as well. And Metabolic Boost being researched, just now finishing up for the Nerchio. I mean, nothing too weird out of Nerchio yet. Which I can understand. I mean, he has a plan. He has a plan for what he's doing. Is this your 3rd base, Nerchio? It is. 3rd base here, so not taking this weird Goldie base. I guess you worry about harassment back on this side, where Marines come and just kill your stuff. So this is safer. It's not as gold, obviously, but still not bad. SCV Scout this late from MarineLorD, and lives because the Queen was not paying attention. However, this one is, and ends up getting killed. There's really nothing to see here. Didn't scout out the Roach Warren. Didn't see a lair. Queen not assisting with breaking down those rocks, but I think the Lings will get there eventually anyway. But Roach Warren is the key for Nerchio moving into that Roach Ravager mid-game stuff, which is so darn good against Terran. You just don't want to get stuck on it. Just don't get stuck on it. He didn't in game number 1, you'll notice. He did not get stuck on Roach Ravager all the way through to the end of the game. Instead, using some of those tier 3 units, some Banelings mixed in there too, and Corruptors, and got it done. Here comes a single Widowmine drop. Queens really want to kill that thing. Widowmine does burrow. Pull. No, very brilliant. Brings 1 drone to trigger the Widowmine. Why is it not? What is happening? There it is. What was taking the Widowmine so long to decide there? That was crazy. I've never seen that before. MarineLorD can't control that, right? I don't think he can control that. If you know what that was, let me know in the comments, because I'm very confused. Very confused indeed. Another drop attempt here by MarineLorD. Third base pops. Lings coming on down. They are speedlings. They don't have any attack upgrades or defense upgrades, but they are still not bad for this stage of the game. Tempted to drop here, but there are Lings, and yes, getting surrounded on those Marines. Doesn't lose a single one, though. MarineLorD keeps them alive, which is a big stinking deal. Tank, medevac, all of that great stuff on the way from our friend, MarineLorD. Meanwhile, Evolution Chamber is there. Hasn't been really used for any upgrades yet. And a lair coming out too. So, I mean, it's 53 to 49 workers. Nerchio's just done a great job barely having enough units to hold on against the aggression of MarineLorD and just droning up every other time. These rocks were a lot easier to kill because he had a tank and Marines that do more damage than Lings, that's for sure. Lings trying to sneak it around here. Creep spread coming on down. Maybe take a 4th base here. No, this seems better. If you're Nerchio, a little bit more accessible. Lings inside the mineral line. What? Killing 2, 3 SCVs. Splash damage hurting the SCVs as well. Those tanks have got to be careful. Got to be careful about that one. And the Lings are going to get eaten. They are. They get destroyed. So only 3 SCVs killed thus far. And a Widowmine lost from MarineLorD, but it's still 56 to 42 total Harvesters. Nerchio is absolutely playing this superbly well. He's got Roaches on the way, got one +1 ground Carapace, which is great. Helps them survive another attack from a tank. Another shot from a tank there. And a Roach count. Glial Reconstitution's on the way, but it's not quite there yet. Ravager does get morphed in at the same time. And Creep Tumor's getting destroyed. Roaches, can they deal with this? I don't know. I guess Roach Queen makes a little bit more sense. And there's a Liberator mixed in here too from MarineLorD, so that's good. I like this composition out of the blue Terran player. And Overlord does end up getting killed. Lings moving right on in. Roaches coming from the top side again, and the left side here with the Queens. Crucibiles are landing. Is that Liberator still alive? Not for long, Crucibile. Goodbye. That's a Crucibile goodbye for you, and does force MarineLorD back. So again, Nerchio has just enough to do what he wants to do to hold here against MarineLorD. Widowmine cooling down. And yeah, just, I mean, more and more upgrades here from Nerchio. Really working on that +1 ground melee early. Which tells me probably Ultras at some point in this game. That is part of MarineLorD's plan. 2 tank drops moving on over this way. Tankovacs? What did we decide to call them? Flying tanks. I like flying tanks. Killing Creep Tumors with tanks seems a little bit of overkill, but you know what? As long as they're here, they have good range, and they hit pretty darn hard too. Widowmine does get taken on down. I think it took a shot at that Queen. Didn't really do too much damage to it. Should be able to heal out of that, no problem. Roaches find a small group of Marines. MarineLorD picks them up and boosts them out. Flying tanks again, trying to do stuff. Lings waiting for that to drop though, and you're not going to lose that tank. Does not lose the tank. Smart reaction time there. A little bit later than I would expect, but still not bad for MarineLorD, and just getting rebuffed everywhere he tries to go. Nerchio's got a 4th base on the way now. MarineLorD is still constructing his 3rd command center. This is not looking good for the Terran player at all. Not even a tiny, tiny bit. Infestation Pit on the way. That 7-minute Infestation Pit we saw in game number 1. Nerchio is really pushing hard towards those Ultras in this game. So here it is. We have Marauders. We have Marines pushing on up. We have Roaches and Ravagers. There's a single Creep Tumor here. Lings running around as well. Hatchery just about to pop. And again, it just feels like Nerchio has this ragtag army, but split here, split here. He's going to come from all directions. The tanks are not going to see this coming. I'm not sure Nerchio is going to reveal that yet. Marines, Marauders on the front lines, killing a Ravager as it comes out of an egg. Is he going to come with these? He's going to work on it. He is, and there it is from both sides. Lings on top of everything, and right on top of the tanks too. One tank dies immediately. Does the other one? The other one does get picked up and evacuated. Trying to catch them, but no. MarineLorD does manage to escape there. Counterattack right now happening from Nerchio. Pneumatized Carapace on the way, and Concussive Shells just now wrapping up as well. landing on this side of the wall and hitting over there. It's quite a volley, quite an angle to hit that there for sure. +2 ground carapace. There's a spire on the way for Nerchio, and there's a hive. That is a 9-minute hive, you guys. 9, almost 10 minutes. Almost a 10-minute hive. Infestors and lings moving on up at the same time, and just poop and creep everywhere is Nerchio. Basically saying, if you want to land a base somewhere, I would like to know about it. Please. He's not scouting this one. Or this one. I don't know. I'm not sure if Nerchio just doesn't care or what. But he's got Roach Ravager. He's got it here. He's got the +1 ground carapace. Going for +2 there. Not working on the +2 melee. No, he's not working on it right now, which is interesting. He does have the Ultralisk Cavern coming up, though. There's that 9.5-minute Ultra Cavern. A bad feeling. Bad feeling for Zerg players. It's 187 and 129 total supply. Nerchio is on fire right now. He has Queens mixed in as well. He's going to assault this base. And there it is. Lings absorbing tank fire early. But here come the Roaches. Here come the Ravagers. There's the Fungal and the Fungal Bile. Catching the medevac and the tanks. Most of them do manage to escape. But this orbital command is gone. And MarineLorD knows it. He does have a small drop on up here. Trying to kill some drones. Good drone pull though by Nerchio. Another group of Marines up there killing some stuff. All these Lings come on back to try to deal with these guys. And having a +2/+1 is not bad when you're dealing with Marines who have only +1 to their own name. Another attempt to drop here from MarineLorD, but it's 185 to 118 total supply. I just don't know. I don't know what MarineLorD can do here. Losing that base was a massive blow. He's essentially stuck on 2 bases right now. Essentially stuck on 2. The Ravager count itself is kind of insane. There are 26 Roaches and 12 Ravagers with an Infestor. 2 Ultras now on the way with chitinous plating being researched because why not? Because of course you need chitinous plating. MarineLorD takes his main base and floats it on over to try to establish, mining from both these places. That's interesting. That is interesting. Does Nerchio know about this? He does not know about this. He doesn't know about this is happening. But he has a huge army. I think he might just wait for his Ultras to show up before he really moves in, because they are somewhere. Where the heck are you, Ultras? Oh, right there, just chilling. Come on, Ultra, move on in. Help us out. Ling's coming in again. Infestors on the front row trying to get a Fungal down, but no, the Infestor's gone. There's the Fungal, though. Gets it down anyway. Corrosive Bile's not as good as they were last time, but this is just so much Zerg stuff. The tanks in the back are doing a great job. Good take micro by MarineLorD, keeping the tanks alive, putting them on the high ground, splashing on all of these Roaches, doing that extra damage. But this base, once again, is in such trouble, in such turmoil, pushing everybody back. Marines are just getting absolutely destroyed here as well. Tanks, 17 kills for that tank. Corrosive Bile catches one of them. 18 kills. That one is dead as well, and that's it. The GG. GG from MarineLorD. MarineLorD is victorious, and Nerchio. MarineLorD is victorious. MarineLorD is defeated, and Nerchio is victorious here in game number 2. Yeah, just absolutely flawless performance from Nerchio. Put the pressure on, defended well, got his Ultras out, got his big Roach Ravager push, attacked this wide open attempt at a third from MarineLorD. MarineLorD never really got his economy up and going. I mean, in the end, he did lose 36 Harvesters, but even with those, he wasn't up with where Nerchio was in worker count. So this is actually a surprising outcome. MarineLorD is a very excellent Terran player. Nerchio, though, on a bit of a tear late. So Nerchio does win game number 2. We'll move into game number 3 here in just a second. Hello, StarCraft fans! We're back with Game 3 between Nerchio and MarineLorD, here from the Grand Finals of the 2016 Dreamhack Open Valencia. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player who is currently down 2-0. It is MarineLorD. And in the top left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Nerchio, up 2-0 against his hated Terran opponent. And now don't take that seriously. I said that in a tweet a couple weeks ago, and people freaked out. Like, I called somebody a hated Zerg, and like, why is he hated? What did he ever do? And I'm just saying, in the context of this match, the Zerg and the Terran hate each other. That's all it is. I'm not saying that they will fist fight afterwards out in the hallway. Just, you know, they're mortal enemies. That's all there is to it. Anyway, this is Apotheosis. I'm not sure if I said that, but very narrow map, very north and south oriented. We have some crazy attack paths, good bridges. I love the jungle tile set. I know I've said that before, but it's fantastic. We have some rocks that are destructible. We have some gold bases here and here that can be taken. And so far, I mean, I don't know that I've seen... I don't know. I've seen some good Protoss play on this map. I don't think I've ever seen a Terran yet on this one. So we will have to keep an eye on this particular situation and pull up the Reaper list, because this could be a Reaper. Although in game number 2, MarineLorD did go for a Marine, which shouldn't have been shocking, but maybe it was. Dun dun dun. Production tab Reaper. So this is Reaper Clobo. I have no idea what Clobo is from. I should have Googled it. But Clobo maybe is something from an anime. It kind of sounds like it might be some kind of a big muscly guy who goes by Clobo, and he's part of the crew. I don't know. I've watched some anime. Like, I've watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is fantastic. I watched Attack on Titan. Also very, very good. Mushishi, a little bit of that, which is fantastic. My wife enjoys that quite a bit. And here comes our friend, the Reaper, named Clobo. Alright, so he's going to move on out. We'll keep an eye on him. Natural base for Nerchio is about to finish there. Queen's on the way, and does he have any lings popping out quite yet? Yes, he does have some lings, taking different attack paths down, and Clobo, you're going to kill. Get a kill, Clobo. Yes, Clobo's going to get a kill. The Reapers have been on a bit of a terrible move lately. Not been very impressive, but there's a kill. That's a Reaper kill. That's one less scouting unit that the Zerg player has, but this one should be enough to see exactly what's going on. Does end up seeing the command center. Does end up seeing this Marine. Might get inside the main, but no, the Marine's in a great position to prevent that from happening. Absolutely wonderful position. Here comes Clobo trying to go toe-to-toe with the Queen. Don't do that, Clobo. Clobo, terrible idea. Get inside the main base. I guess there's a Queen there too. It's hard. It's a hard life for a Reaper, man. Super hard life. Ever since that 5-rack Reaper stuff got nerfed into oblivion, it's just they're there for scouting. They're there to kill some drones. But that is approximately it. Look out, Clobo. No, you move the Queen closer to you. Run. Use combat drugs. Use combat drugs to heal yourself, and he is now, as you can see here, 24, 25, 26. Going up very happily. Ling's still running around. What have you scouted, Nerchio? Just the expansion. Just the expansion. No crazy one-baser. Coming out of MarineLorD, third base for Nerchio being taken at this gold. We've seen this more than once from Zerg players on this map. Taking the third here, which again, maybe a little bit harder to hold. It is a little bit more wide open, I guess, compared to this, but still, this is not a third base. That is a fourth base for Zerg players. We'll have to see what MarineLorD takes for his third if we get to that point. Starport on the way for MarineLorD. He's not going for that quick third like he was in game number 1, I believe it was. Definitely going for the Starport. And Cloak Banshee. Okay, so he's going for Cloak Banshee here. A couple Hellions here out with Clobo going to move on out. Are the Marines going? No, the Marines are staying. The Marines are too slow to keep up, that's for sure. Unless they have a medevac to transport them around, they're just a little too pokey. Little too pokey. Third base, about 60%, 70% complete. Creep tumors being thrown on down there too. And here come the Hellions and our Reaper Clobo. Roach Warren's just about complete for Nerchio. He should have enough for a good handful of roaches to deal with this momentarily. And Roach Warren pops, and immediately, what do we get? What do we get out of Nerchio? 7 roaches, yep. The timing is brilliant for Nerchio. He's just been on an absolute tear in this series so far. Overlord moving on out too. Queen's here playing defense. Roaches about to pop, and once those roaches pop, these Hellions and this Reaper are in a lot of trouble. In a heck of a lot of trouble. Evolution Chamber on the way too. We've got Overlords moving out, and a Creep Tumor at the same time. So here we go. I mean, it's now or never, guys, because the roaches are out. I mean, they're trying to see if any lings want to come out here. I like how that creep spread comes across this way without really connecting to anything. I mean, I guess maybe through there. Makes a lot of sense. Queens again, stabbing away. Reaper Clobo, look out. The lings want your blood. Reaper Clobo, no, run. Yes, Reaper Clobo is alive. Do you have another kill? 3 kills on Reaper Clobo. Hey, not bad. Not too shabby. Combat drugs, again, healing him up. But these roaches really want you dead. Oh, crap. Reaper Clobo, no! Reaper Clobo dies with his friend the Hellion. Explodes inside his jetpack thanks to some acid saliva out of these roaches. Not a great feeling, I have to imagine, is exploding inside your Reaper jetpack. No, bad. Bad, in fact. Spore Crawler goes blorp. Spore Crawler here, too. Spore Crawler here. Did he scout that? How does he... I don't know how he knew about that. I knew about this Cloak Banshee thing that's happening. Triple Cloak Banshee. Did not see that. 2 more Banshees. A mass Banshee. Out of MarineLorD. Overseer popping on up. Nerchio is caught absolutely flat-footed here. Again, there's a Spore. There's a Queen, which is fine. Overseer immediately morphs in. Queen's getting massacred. Roaches getting exploded too. No, that Roach survived. That Roach survived. Queen trying to stay as close to that Spore Crawler as possible. Trying to get some of these drones. 6 drones have been killed thus far. Answer for Nerchio is make more drones and try to deal with this with Queens. 1 Banshee does end up falling. Transfuse. Nope, Queen dies. Banshees laying waste here. 6 kills. And, oh, thought he could get it. Thought he could get it, but could not. More Banshees here trying to sneak and find angles in which to attack. More and more drones getting destroyed. The Queens, though, 3 Queens in production right now for Nerchio. That's going to be it. It's going to be Queens. And it's going to be Overseers, and it's going to be Spore Crawlers. Some more workers are dying. Ran out of Cloak, though. Unfortunately for the Banshee, ran completely out of Cloak. These guys trying to do stuff, too. Transfuses, keeping the Queens alive, staying close to that Spore Crawler. Creep spread still continuing here for Nerchio. He's lost 16 workers so far, but it's only 54 to 55 Harvesters. He does have the lead now. 56 to 55. The Banshees decided it's time to head on home. I can't believe this one is still alive. It is moving around. Catch some of these drones if you want. Come on in. The water is fine. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. Drone massacred. Drone massacred. Queen running as fast as she can to save her babies. Ugh. Banshee with 12 kills as a sergeant. There's the Cloak. Cloak comes back on up. And here comes a Marine tank follow-up out of MarineLorD. So this is looking strong. This is looking really good. 7 Banshees, 3 tanks, and 17 Marines against 11 Roaches and 4 Ravagers. I don't know. I don't know if Nerchio can hold this. He's down 10 workers at this point. This gold base might just straight up fall if Nerchio can't save it. Taking this gold base of his own back down south. Extractors getting destroyed. 1 extractor, 2 extractors getting massacred there. Spore Crawler getting exploded as well. Eggs taking fire. I like this siege. I like what MarineLorD is doing here. +1 attack, +1 melee for Nerchio just now finishing. Is he going for those ultras again? I don't know if he's going to get there, though. Losing this base seems like a massive problem for Nerchio. Banshees coming in to lend some of their DPS. Marines, too, and this gold base is gone. Nerchio did nothing to save it. He kept all of his guys back in reserve. Another Banshee ends up getting killed. 26 drones have been killed so far, though. Some pretty darn impressive harassment out of MarineLorD. Banshees clearing out creep tumors. Spore Crawlers landing on the front lines here on the top of the ramp, and MarineLorD decides to pull back. So he did kill the third of Nerchio, making it 3 base to 3 base, and MarineLorD has the gold right now. So income definitely favoring the Terran player, both in harvester count and total income here with minerals. Gas is about the same, surprisingly. I guess there is a missing geyser there. And is there a missing geyser here? No. Nope, that's fully saturated. Anyway, Overlord does get scattered out by the Banshees and absolutely massacred there. So 8 Banshees, 5 tanks, 30 Marines versus 20 Roaches and 7 Ravagers and 9 Queens. So the thing is, the Queens are defensive, right? The Queens are great at defense. They're hard at offense, especially on maps that are as big as this. Look how far they have to walk to get anywhere. And Nerchio's just kind of turtling up right now. Widowmine tries to land, doesn't happen. Queens will have none of that. Overseer scouting it anyway, even if it did manage to burrow. And here comes the MarineLorD up this right side. Overlord in a great position. Is that hidden? I mean, without the Banshees there, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. He's getting massacred anyway, though. The Banshees are cloaked. They're trying to move on in. A nice fungal would be good here, but no, the Infestor's pushing back, getting focused down. Almost got them. Almost got him. Pushing up to here with the tanks. Tanks could really assist in this situation, MarineLorD. Go! Go, MarineLorD. Bring the tanks. No, pulling back. Pulling back just a little bit. Maybe killing these tumors would be a nice thing. Sensor tower up for MarineLorD too, and that gold base now pops and is almost resaturated with 8 workers. Nerchio only lost it for what seems like a couple minutes here. Hyperflight rotors. Yep, hyperflight rotors from MarineLorD, meaning the Banshees are fast. They are fast, which is great. Ultralisk Cavern on the way for Nerchio. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, says Nerchio. My Ultras have not done me wrong so far in this series. We'll see if Game 3 can be fair to him as well. Combat Shield on the way. Some creep tumors are getting destroyed. I think he can get this base. He does. Forces the cancel and gets the drone. Nice pickup there. And yeah, here come the Marines. +1/+1. The siege tanks have no upgrades. 4 medevacs here unless they get separated from the group and killed. Don't do that, medevacs. Don't get separated. Spire coming up too. A big group of mutas would just absolutely eviscerate these dudes, especially, and corruptors too. Corruptors do a pretty good job in that situation. So here it is. MarineLorD 190 to 160 total supply. Has the army supply. Marines, tanks setting up in tank mode. And yeah, the Queens want nothing to do with this. That's a lot of tank there. The Marines, fungal growth on top of them and clearing them out pretty handily, staying out of the range of the tanks. Nerchio again has no interest in running right into a meat grinder. +2/+2 on the way for MarineLorD. Nerchio, those ultras are coming. He needs them. He needs them pretty darn soon. Spire going to finish 2. I'm not sure if it's going to be Corruptors or Mutas, but it's going to be one of those 2. Unless it's just straight up Broodlord, which does seem possible. But anyway, Creep Tumors getting exploded. More and more Creep Tumors are dying here too. Good siege situation here for MarineLorD. Although there are Ultras on the way. Banshees do really well against Ultras, considering Ultras can't shoot up. Nerchio taking a really sneaky, like double expanding here too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5th and 6th base at the same time is Nerchio. He is not worried at all. He's got stuff shelling the extractor at his 3rd base, and he's just like, yeah, gonna expand, gonna make some Ultras, get some chitinous plating, you know, and here he comes. No. Decides this is not for him. Absolutely not. Roaches, Ravagers trying to come on in. Nope, getting stranded on all sides, getting absolutely massacred. Again, another attack on up here. Ultras coming from the top side. Ultras coming from the right and from the bottom side too. Are some Ravagers, but I think MarineLorD can handle this thing. The Banshee's just having a field day. 3 kills on that one. Corrosive Bile takes that one out of the sky. 2 kills on that one too. The Ultras refusing to die here though. They do have kindness plating. It is finished. It is finished. The Marines pretty much useless in that situation, and Nerchio does force the MarineLorD to pull back. 150 to 131 total supply. The Zerg player is up. He is definitely up. And heading back. Just pulling back as Nerchio. Happy with the situation. Happy with the 61 workers that he's got. MarineLorD also has 61. Ghost Academy on the way for MarineLorD because you need ghosts against Ultras. I mean, you don't need them, but it is highly recommended. Highly recommended to have them, at least from me. Banshee's coming in, clearing out more of these dumb Creep Tumors, but Corruptors are here. 40 Creep Tumors have died thus far. Banshees decide to pull back on out. A little Ling run by, checking for action here. Nothing there. Nothing doing. Ling's going to get inside here, though. They are +2/+2. They are scary. They are scary. Ling's trying to deal with this group. They decide instead to run away. A push on up here from MarineLorD trying to kill this base. This queen is going to die. And she does. Single Ultra comes in with 8 armor and just proceeds to chew through all of these Marines while taking very little damage. Oh, got the hatch. That's what it was. MarineLorD is focusing down the hatchery instead of the Ultra. Allowed the Ultra to get some shots off and forcing Nerchio to replant. So it's annoying, but I don't know. I just don't feel like Nerchio's really stressing about this. The Overseer Corruptor Squad is chasing these Banshees all over Tarnation. It's just they're so fast. With a Hyperflight Rotor upgrade, look at this. 5.25 move speed versus 4.13. They definitely outstrip those Corruptors, no problem. Just flying around trying to kill stuff. Don't mind me. Killing a queen's always nice. Again, Marine Marauder here, but the Lings, the Ultras, the Ravagers, the Queens, just a little bit too much. MarineLorD again is forced to retreat. Banshee is running. Carcass of Banshee falling down there. 10 Banshees have been killed so far. There are still 3 remaining. But I think MarineLorD might be done with that particular way of doing things. Advanced Ballistics, increasing the Liberator range by 4. Is that fixed? That might be fixed. I don't know. Ship Weapons level 2 on the way too. Actually still continuing with Banshees is MarineLorD. Feeling pretty good about that. Doesn't see anything like Mass Corruptor or Mass Muta, so that's pretty good news. 59 to 56 total Harvesters to this point. Resources lost is about 10,000 for the Zerg and about 10,000 for the Terran. Although 37 drones have been killed so far, which is excellent. Excellent for MarineLorD, but he's Nerchio's just going Ultras, man. That's all he's doing. +3 melee is coming up. What does MarineLorD have to deal with that? He does have a Ghost Academy and a couple ghosts. 1 or 2, some Changelings are here getting sniped down by Banshees. You get kills. Yeah, you get credit for kills for killing Changelings, even though they can attack back, which seems a little bit messy, a little bit goofy. Planetary Fortress coming up right about there. MarineLorD is taking his own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base. His own 5th base here. Banshee with Hyperflight again is so fast. It's hard to keep track of. Queens snipe her down immediately. Sorry, Banshee pilot. You really shouldn't be where there are a ton of queens hanging out. Ultras here waiting for an attack this way. We have units here waiting for an attack this way. Nerchio's just doing this well, man. Like he's done. He's splitting up his army. He's not just basically doing one F2 move all type thing. Nidus Network is being made by Nerchio for those Nidus Worms. And there's a Spire coming out too with centrifugal hooks for Banelings. So Nerchio's doing pretty much what he's always done here. Is go for Ultras, get Banelings, possibly get some Broodlords if necessary. Banshees still killing what they can. Corruptor wants to destroy them, just too darn slow. Is there going to be a Nidus Network here? MarineLorD kind of feels like there is, but no, that is not a Drop Lord. That is a regular Overlord. Nothing to worry about there, MarineLorD. You silly. Corruptors flying on out, trying to see what they can see, and the answer is Banshees. They find the Banshees. Do they find the Banshees? Yes, they find the Banshees. 1 volley, 2 volleys, gone. No upgrades on the Corruptors, not really necessary. I mean, they're very good against Banshees. Changelings here. This one did not get close enough to a Terran unit to be changed into a Marine. Another Banshee heading on out, and MarineLorD just expanding everywhere at this point. It's 61 to 57 total Harvesters. MarineLorD does have a very nice army. At this point, his ghost count is at 9, which seems like he should be able to deal with the Ultras no problem, considering there are 11 of those. Yeah, I don't know. How many steady targetings does it take to kill an Ultra? That's the question. More than one. More than one, that is for sure. Banshee's still doing stuff. Banshee's still doing stuff. Still doing stuff, but here comes Nerchio. He's going to sneak right on in with his Lings. Going to catch this small group of Bio out of position. No, they caught him out of position. Scouted that base, moving right on in, and here we go. Ultras on top of the Planetary Fortress, focusing down the Banelings. Nice focusing by MarineLorD. Banelings crashing into everything in the ground. The Planetary Fortress dies immediately. Steady targeting being used on the Ultras. One manages to escape just by the skin of his teeth. 21 hit points left on that sucker. 21 Overseers flying around, 2 Overlords coming on down. We have a Liberator with 0 kills and 37 total hit points. I mean, that base died immediately for MarineLorD. That's gotta feel bad, man. That is not a good experience. Banshee's still trying to harass, still trying to kill as many drones as possible. It's just, I mean, it's been effective, just not as much as you would hope, I suppose. Is he really pooping creep right here? He is. He is actually pooping creep right there. So he's going to try to attack this way while attacking this way. Is it going to work? The mass majority of the ghosts are this way. So the army comes from the left side and says, hey, your ghosts are not here. Fully upgraded Lings are so darn good. Ultras coming into Cleveland, focusing down the SCVs. 2, 7, 6, 8, 9, 16. It base falls. Absolutely gorgeous. The ghosts come all the way back over here, take out yet another Overlord, and they do. Another Overlord, another Ultralisk, and they do. +3 ship weapons coming up. That does help the Defender mode version of Liberators too. So definitely get that if you have a lot of Liberators. You know, if you have Banshees too, it doesn't hurt to have those upgrades. So drones, 46 drones have been killed so far, but somehow Nerchio has a 50 to 42 lead on worker count against MarineLorD. Overlord scouting right on in. Changelings coming in to see what's what. Getting killed by the ghosts. Lings, Ultras. Ultras say, nope, there are ghosts here. We don't... Banelings taking a bunch of them out. Banelings on top of these ones too. Ultra right on top. Oh, the ghosts are getting massacred. There's still more though. Still more up top. Forcing a liftoff on that orbital command. Using steady targeting on the Corruptors, which is an excellent move. 10 more SCVs have been killed. It's 50 to 32 total Harvesters. MarineLorD trying to do what he can. Does force the Zerg player away, but loses this base essentially for the second time. This one is not mining either. Not mining either. Income tab definitely favoring the Zerg player. About double on that mineral income. 50 to 32 total Harvesters. Ghost count is 10, but how many ghosts have died? 16. 16 ghosts have lost their lives in this game. We will name them and remember them later, I suppose. Ling's getting a nice surround on these ghosts. Cloak, and they did. Nice cloak landing. No Overseers, so the Lings decide to send the head on back home. Another, oh, that's a Liberator. I thought it was a Banshee. Nope, that is a Liberator trying to sneak on up and kill some things. Nerchio has 6 bases right now. It's got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Liberator sets up shop with that +3, doing 100 damage per shot. 100. That's a lot of damage per shot there. Trying to sneak on over here. Queens really want to kill this thing. It's very low on HP too, which is excellent. Is there enough room back here for the Queen? Oh, look out. Look out. No, they get it. They get it. Is my music not continuous? Music, come back. Thank you, music. Thank you for coming back. Man, it's hard to cast just with silence. I kind of get amped up because the music is how it works out. Anyway, more Banelings here, more Corruptors, more Ultras. 2 kills on that one, 0 kills on that one, 11 kills on that one, and down to 99 hit points. So 1 shot from a Liberator will kill that sucker, unless armor comes into play. And it does. It does if you're a Liberator, but not if you're a Ghost using steady targeting. That ignores armor, which is why it's so good against Ultras. Alright, is there another contingent here for Nerchio? No, this is it. This is pretty much his main army. Banelings trying to sneak on in, get them Ghosts. Get them. Get the Ghost. There it is. A fungal on the Ghosts as well. Absolutely destroying them. Still a ton left, mind you. Still a lot of Ghosts remaining here. Just trying to go for it, though. is Nerchio. Ultras cleaving through, but man, those Ultras are falling fast. 13 Ultralisks have been killed so far, but that's 5 more SCV deaths. It is 54 to 36 total Harvester count. And once again, Nerchio deciding to head on back home. Alright, so Liberator, Defender Mode circles are here. SCVs happily repairing their own orbital command. And, I mean, what's left for mining here for MarineLorD? This is good, but it's essentially 2 base versus 7 right now. Nerchio's 7th base has now popped. Nerchio splitting up his units again. Ling counterattack this way. Another Ultra Corruptor style thing this way. But Sensor Towers can see this one. I'm not sure if it's enough, though. Where's that Planetary Fortress? There it is. Liberator getting some shots off. Corruptor's trying to take it out. Ling's on top of that refinery. There is enough army here to deal with it. And, oh, Caustic Spray being used. Planetary Fortress does end up falling. And Nerchio decides to pull on back out. He is just patient. He says, you know what? I killed myself a base. Let's go. I don't care. Killed some more SCVs while I was at it. Liberator locking in this base down, though. 13 kills on her. Beautiful. Lings come right on in again. Free Ghost. You want a free Ghost? No, it cloaked again. You were too late. You were too late on massacring the Ghost. Corruptors take out that Liberator, get some revenge for their dead drone friends. 60 drones have been killed so far, but 51 SCVs. So, I mean, it's not as though Nerchio has been a slouch in that regard either. Broodlords on the way for Nerchio. 2 Infestors. What is our anti-air count? Not bad. 7 Liberators, but no Vikings, which seems like an obstacle. Steady targeting can be pretty good against Broodlords too here. So here is your army. With Ultras, with Lings, with Corruptors. Broodlords morphing in where? Where are they? Here they are. Here they are. I found them. Lings trying to make sure this base does not get replanted, and it is not, which is surprising from MarineLorD. Sensor Tower dies. That's a nice pickup. That's a great pickup. But man, those Ultras, they just melt to that steady targeting, you guys. I'm telling you, if you're worried about Ultras at the lower levels, figure out how to use steady targeting. Just do it. It's not an auto loss in that situation. Cloak, there's the Cloak. Ling's trying to kill supply depots. And then it's just time to go at this point, skirting the edge of that Defender Mode circle. Broodlords, more Broodlords. Morphing in 4 of them for a total of what? 10? Wow, 10 Broodlords. Haven't seen this many Broodlords in a game in a long time. I don't think I have anyway. Alright, so Nerchio has a pretty darn big army. It's 166 to 157 total supply. MarineLorD is no slouch himself, as you can see. It's just, I feel like the income is definitely favoring the Zerg, but not that much, actually. If you take a look, about 19 to 12, 13, depending on if there are mules out. I mean, this base is mining, and this one too, despite the fact that they have both died. Didn't bother replanting here, probably because you're basically mined out at this point. Ghost trying to run out. Do you have nukes, Ghost? Do not have any nukes. Alright, so that's not something MarineLorD is going to try to do. That is something more for lower levels and lesser folk, I suppose. Alright, so Banelings morphing on in a +1 flyer attack and +2 flyer carapace for Nerchio. What are we going to do? What you got, Nerchio? Are you just waiting? What are you waiting for? Killing bases is a good idea, but maybe just straight up trying to kill your opponent is also good. Ling's trying to sneak in here again. There is no base to kill. There is no base to kill. Liberator trying to what? I mean, that base is pretty good, but these Corruptors are ready to murder your face. They're just too far away, though, right now. Just far enough away. Ghosts going hunting after drones. And here comes MarineLorD pushing up with his Liberator Defender Mode circles here. A lot of those. The Ghosts are ready to move here, too. Nerchio's forced to evacuate everything from this base. The hatchery is definitely going to fall. 6 drones have been killed in the last couple of seconds here. Broodlord destroyed by steady targeting. Just absolutely evaporated. Broodlord count still pretty big, though, and I'm not sure that MarineLorD knows how big it is. But it seems like something he should know. Liberator, again, setting up circles. Hatchery does end up falling. Creep tumors exploding. Well, the scan wore off. Ah, the scan wore off. And Nerchio just biding his time. I mean, yeah, I lost this space, no big deal. I have this one over here, unless the Liberator destroys everything with it, and she's going to try. No, stay here. Liberator, stay. Oh, Liberator. Oh, Liberator. If only you had known this is a drone paradise. A drone paradise. Extractor dies. Broodlings raining down those Broodlords. Raining down Broodlings from above. Defender Mode circles are set up. Looks very Polt-esque here, doesn't it? And stimming forward. Although stimming forward just means that Broodlings kill your stuff, right? There's a fungal. There's some broodlings. That marauder trying to kill stuff is definitely still alive. Another nice fungal on those ghosts, though. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful one. Can they get another one? No. No, I don't think they can. It's just the broodlords are not dying at this point. Creep tumors are getting absolutely destroyed here, too. We have lost 84 creep tumors in this game. Steady targeting on the broodlords. Killing one. Killing one. The rest of them did manage to get out of range before it was too late. Liberator having a field day over here. Did manage to find her way to this promised land. 17 total kills before the instant death. Not bad. 17 kills is nothing to be ashamed of. Alright, so MarineLorD is here with an army. 158 to 186 total supply. MarineLorD is ahead on this thing. I don't know. How does he deal with the broodlords is the question. He still has 11 liberators and a ton of ghosts. 19 of them. So I guess that's it. I guess that's your answer. Ultra's walking through defender mode circles to just get destroyed. Lings trying to do stuff too. Baneling's not quite there yet. MarineLorD attacking once again. Ghost going after a hatchery, shutting down all the mining. I mean, this is it for Nerchio. I think that's all that he has left for mining. This could be MarineLorD's chance to get back in the series, you guys. He's looking pretty darn strong right now, but pulling back just a little bit. Not trying to overextend production. There are more and more lings from Nerchio. I'm not sure that lings are what you want in the situation. Banelings, yes. Corruptors, yes. Lings, probably not. Spore Crawler under construction or being moved. Yeah, being transported over from here. And we have broodlords pulling back as well. So both players, the 27-minute mark, are deciding to kind of take it easy. Kind of pull back just a little bit. Eventually, the ghost did get cleaned up. I think the ghost did get cleaned up by those lings once the spore crawlers are rooted, because they can't see anything unless they're rooted, even though they can run around on their little weird feet things. That is actually really weird, isn't it? Really weird. Maxed out MarineLorD army, 168 supply Nerchio army. Broodlords, again, are going to have to do this thing. The Liberators are not in anti-air mode. Not in anti-air mode. Losing that queen. No, Transfuse. Transfuse keeping it alive. Nerchio cannot afford to lose this base. Is he just going to let this thing die again? He may just let this die. He is replanting this one, which is fine. Ling's doing a bit of a counterattack down here. Should be able to get some damage done. Hatchery does end up falling. Kablooey. Kerblooey. Lings. Free reign on this base. What an absolutely brilliant counterattack from Nerchio. Goodbye, SCVs. All y'all are dead. These are fully upgraded Lings. You can run and you can hide, but 22 SCVs killed so far. 23 left for MarineLorD. Ling's getting on inside here, dealing with his orbital command, killing it. Getting inside the main. No, the lift. The last second lift here. Ling's still trying to get through the supply depots. Killing a few Marines and then getting cleaned out by the ghosts. Yeah, ghosts do very well. 26 damage versus light, which is what Zerglings are. Creep tumors here from very slow queens. Go, queens, go. Get in there. Throw down those creep tumors. Yes. There it is. Keep that creep spread in. MarineLorD is still up at 181 to 169 total supply, but it's 44 to 22 workers right now. I mean, it's coming down to some last minute stuff here. Nerchio replacing this base that was killed a couple of minutes ago. Free Marine. Another free Marine if you want it. Chase him down. Yep, they got him. They got him. MarineLorD looking good, though. The Liberators, fully upgraded Liberators with fully upgraded Ghosts. Not a bad combination from MarineLorD. Full evacuation of drones. This base, once again, is going to fall to the might of the Terran army. Just beautifully played by MarineLorD, setting up these circles everywhere that the Zerg players want to go. Ling counterattacks seem to be what Nerchio's going for, though. And yep, more and more SCVs are just getting absolutely massacred here. 8, 9, 10, 16, 19, 20. There are 2 SCVs remaining for MarineLorD. Good surround on this bio here, too. I mean, this is the army for MarineLorD. He needs to do this thing. He's down to a single SCV and 125 minerals right now. He needs to slowly move up here, try to kill the army, try to kill this base. I don't know how he's going to do it, though. Lings are still running free. Killing supply depots, not going to supply block MarineLorD anytime soon, though. I mean, maybe with those 3. And that's a refinery, which is pretty fun stuff. And here comes MarineLorD. Again, this is what he has. What he has is what he has right now. He's not doing anything else. Liberator with 12 total kills. MarineLorD is now actually supply blocked. is definitely supply blocked. Another supply depot going to fall here, further putting him into the hole. No SCVs remaining, and not enough money to make another SCV. Holy cow. But mules. Mules are good. Mules are good, right? All right, mules are good. Baneling's getting morphed in, but, man, getting one shot. Bam. Bam. Get that one? Didn't quite get it. Did not quite get that one. Killing a dead base is not quite what you want to do, MarineLorD. I understand you're patient. I understand you are a wonderful, wonderful French player, but I don't know. Broodlings right on in. There's a fungal on all the ghosts, and they get absolutely destroyed. They do cloak out of there, though. I mean, they didn't get as destroyed as I expected. Ghost count is at 20 right now, so there's still a ton of them using their personal cloaking. Broodlords again, just trying to rain down those fully upgraded broodlings. See what damage they can get done. They are free, right? Broodlings are free. They don't cost anything. So what do we get? Here we go. Corruptors trying to get rid of those Liberators 1 and 2. The Liberators are dying. Overseers coming in. Banelings crashing in too. Wow, lot of Banelings there. Corruptors still trying to kill everything that they can, but the steady targeting, focusing them down. Well, the Broodlings coming out from ahead, and that is it. A GG from MarineLorD. MarineLorD is defeated, and Nerchio is victorious. Dead impressive game out of Nerchio. I mean, the ghosts were really good, but Nerchio's just little counterattacks. He killed so many bases. He killed 2 orbital commands and 3 planetary fortresses. That's crazy. Yes, Nerchio did lose 5 hatcheries of his own, but that's kind of expected in ZVT. 45 ghosts died. Holy cow. 17 banshees. 151 marines, 45 marauders, 18 ultras lost their lives, 12 corruptors, 4 broodlords, and 332 lings died in this game, this 32-minute game. So well done by Nerchio. Takes a 3-0 series lead here in this best of 7. Not looking good. Not looking good for MarineLorD, but maybe he can turn it around, win game number 4, and come back to a stunning, stunning victory, just like the Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, I guess they were down 3-1 in the NBA Finals a couple months ago, but anyway, 3-0 is hard to come back from. We will see if MarineLorD can do it in game number 4 coming up next. Welcome back, StarCraft fans. Game number 4 between Nerchio and MarineLorD here on King Sejon Station, the Ladder Edition. Again, this is from the Grand Finals of the 2016 Dreamhack Open Valencia. All right, so in the top left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player who was up 3-0. It is Nerchio. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is MarineLorD, currently staring 0-3 in the face, which is not a good feeling. It is a really bad feeling if you're a Terran player against a Zerg and you're down 0-3. I guess that's true for every race. If you're a Zerg or Protoss down 0-3, it also feels bad. But, I don't know. I guess MarineLorD is just, he can't have a lot of confidence right now. But he needs it. He needs to have confidence. You guys who are Terran fans, I know you're here on the channel. I know you're here. Clap your hands together for MarineLorD. Let him hear you. Let him know that you believe in him and that you can come back in this series and win this thing. Nerchio is as steady as the rising sun, man. He goes hatch first. He goes extractor. He goes spawning pool at about 16 or 17 supply. He goes for roaches and ravagers. Then he gets corruptors. He gets ultras. He gets broodlords. He gets banelings, and he generally wins. That is how he's been doing this thing, and it's kind of amazing to see. It was really amazing to see, actually. All right, this is going to be a Reaper from MarineLorD. Ready, set, complete. It is a Reaper. So this Reaper, a lot of these out of the way. Well, not out of the way, but a lot of these used on the list today. Is going to be Alejandro, the Reaper. I'm not sure if I've used that before. If I have, I apologize, but this is Alejandro, the Reaper. He's going to try to get drone kills, going to try to get ling kills, going to try to scout, going to try to save SCVs. Those are the things that he can do to prove his worth as a Reaper in the Terran military. I used to say the Dominion all the time, but then I realized there's different factions, right? There's Rainer's Raiders. There's whatever the heck the current government is called. I forget with like Horner and Prince Valerian. Is it still called the Dominion? I'm so bad at StarCraft lore. Why am I so bad at this, you guys? I don't know. Either way, Alejandro came from just an average family. I mean, he grew up with enough to eat and good clothes and stuff, and then he took a wrong turn, got involved in actually stealing Pokemon. Team Rocket recruited him, and so he got on the wrong side of the Terran law. They said you can either be executed for stealing Pokemon because, holy crap, dude, you're like 19. Or you can strap on this here suit and kill Zerg and then maybe get a pardon from it. So one Ling kill later, Alejandro's not doing too poorly. Not doing too poorly at all. But there's a Queen out now. That's a problem. Speed's about 50% complete. That's a problem too. Alejandro's window is closing steadily here. He might come back in with his Hellion friends, although that factory is a long way off. It is a long way off right now. Why is it? I don't know why it's so long. I don't know. KD8 charge doesn't hit anything there. Look out, Alejandro. No! Alejandro lives. Alejandro lives, you guys. I know you were worried. I know you were worried about him, but no, he is still darn near alive. 4 Lings on the way. Already has 4, right? Yeah. Already has 3. So that's actually a high number of Lings. Really wants to knock this down because flying tank harassment on this map is super annoying. You drop the tank here, you can attack this extractor and a couple of these mineral patches, and there's nothing you can really do as the Zerg player. Spreading creep is good, but knocking down this debris is pretty much what you want to do right off the bat. 3rd base on the way for Nerchio. Where is Alejandro? Did you go all the way home? He did go all the way home with his 1 Ling kill. And the number of Marines here tells me this is going to be a drop. So that's a starport. That is a reactor on the factory, so we could see some Hellions, but I just want to say Medevac immediately. No, we're going to swap that over. That's a swap. Yep. Is that the Protoss emblem? Kind of looks like the Protoss emblem on the top of that starport. Anyway, double pumping Medevacs here. Bam, bam. Excellent job by the MarineLorD. Overlord here cannot be spotted. Can't be seen by the Terrans. This is a good spot to put your Overlords, guys, if you're Terran. 3rd base finishing up. Creep spread pushing on out there before the hatch is even finished. And Alejandro has 2 kills. Did you kill another Ling? Ah, creep tumor. Creep tumors don't count, Alejandro. Stop trying to pad your stats, man. That's not cool. That is not cool. All right. Either way, Overlord here on this spot. Gonna stop right there. Nope. Still continuing. Still continuing on over. That's all right. Alejandro moving out on his lonesome, but there are speedlings out now. Alejandro, be so careful. Be so darn careful. Drop, double drop. Just a lot of Marines in there. This is going to do a lot of damage. It's a Spore Crawler on the way. I'm not sure it will finish by the time the Medevacs get there, though. I don't think it will. Lings get inside. What? Lings get inside here. Marines getting focused down first, running for their lives. SCVs fighting too. A bit of a distraction there by MarineLorD. Spore Crawler is not quite up, but won't have it a chance to shoot anyway. Creep spread getting destroyed. Queens and 2 more roaches on the way. There's still a bunch here with a bunch of queens. MarineLorD trying to do this thing with fully unupgraded Marines. They do have stim. They do have stim, so I spoke a little bit too soon there. But Lair on the way from the Nerchio. What was blinking up here? Was there a Widow Mine or something? Looks like there might have been a Widow Mine or something. I don't know. Picking up his MarineLorD, boosting on out. Again, he has 2 more Medevacs. When in doubt, abuse your mobility as Terran. That is exactly what he is going for here. More and more Marines. Widow Mines getting mixed in too. Have Widow Mines died? No. Oh, Alejandro died somehow. That's very sad. Sorry, Alejandro. Not getting a space in our Reaper Hall of Fame. Scan kill. Yep. 4 more creep tumor, or 5 more creep tumors going to get destroyed here. Yes. I'm going to say yes. Widow Mine's trying to land. Ah, got a nice hit off there right before it died. That was a nice one. Another attack over here being dealt with roaches. And this drop doing fairly well for itself. Widow Mine does get a shot off, but I'm not sure how much the Nerchio actually cares about that. Where's his Overseer at? I don't know. Either way, MarineLorD was forced to pick up and boost out that way. Ground Carapace just now finishing. And Widow Mine might get some kills here, you guys, if you don't clean it out. Zergy Zergs. Is MarineLorD going for a 3rd base? No, this is pretty much 2 base aggression here. And if it doesn't work out, Nerchio's in a great spot. It's 56 to 45 total harvesters. Ling's coming on over, and whoop, 6 kills on that Widow Mine. Where the heck do you have an Overseer? You don't have an Overseer. How do you not have an Overseer right now? All right, so you can see this, but nothing is kill. All right, Queen's going to take it down. And drones, too. Going to assist with that defense. Nicely played. Nicely played. Another attempted drop aborted. And running for their own lives. Ravagers mixed in here, too. 60 to 47 total harvesters. There's that 3rd command center for MarineLorD. Going to land it here, maybe? This is usually the preferred place to land it, but whatever. Whatever at this point. +1 attack, combat shield, and concussive shells on the way with the Liberator. for MarineLorD, and a 4th base on the way for Nerchio at the 7-minute mark. Infestation Pit as well. He's just killing it. Just killing it right now. All right, so what's MarineLorD have up his sleeve right now? He has Marines. He has Widow Mines. He has Marauders. He's killing an Overlord. That's good. That's actually very good. Is that just an empty... Oh, no, it was a Widow Mine drop. Another Widow Mine drop. Widow Mine gets killed. How many of those have been killed? 4 thus far? 4 dead Widow Mines. So, I mean, he's just not doing enough damage to Nerchio, I would say. This push right here needs to do something in order for MarineLorD to get back into this series. Can he do it? Lot of Roaches, lot of Ravagers. Crocodiles landing, getting some hits off there. Oh, which is very nice indeed. Lings from the left side, too. Going to town. That +1 Carapace has finished. Zerg players get +1 Carapace. Be like Nerchio. Crocodiles landing, getting that Widow Mine, which was great, but 2 kills on that one and pushing everybody back to the top of this ramp. More of a defensible position from Nerchio, though. Nice concave on here as well. MarineLorD trying to push up this ramp. He does have +1 attack, which is good, but the +1 armor kind of negates that. And especially considering they are Roaches and Ravagers, they don't take extra damage from anything. Setting up a defender mode circle. There are a couple Ravagers, enough for a couple Crocodiles. That might be enough to take down that Liberator, but just coming right onto the circle anyway. Nerchio does not care. Yes, Crocodiles are enough to take down that Liberator. How about this one? Next, the Liberators are actually going to retreat here. Yeah, they're trying to get the heck on out. Crocodiles landing, not hitting much of anything. They do, I think, take out a Widow Mine. But once again, Nerchio's superpower is being able to hold with just enough stuff. It's just enough stuff, right? He didn't overwhelmingly crush that from MarineLorD. He lost a lot of stuff. He did force MarineLorD back, but it allows him to drone by just having just enough army and a lot of economy that helps him towards the mid and the late game. And we're 10 minutes in. This is probably the mid game at this point. Attempted split attacks here from MarineLorD, dropping this way. A land assault this way, but these guys are in super trouble. Get out. The Fungal Bile! Oh, no! Oh, the Fungal Bile wrecked that. Oh, it's 171 to 110 total supply. MarineLorD needs to absolutely destroy this base. He needs to get up here, kill every one of these drones, all of these Overlords, if he's going to hope to get into this game, because he is down by 80, okay, not 80, but 60 supply. 60, 70 supply here. All right, so he's dropping right on in. +1 attack is being useful. Stim 2. Getting that Queen. Lings try to come in. They're not doing much of anything. A couple of Roaches here, but the rest of the army does show up. Reaction time from Nerchio is enough to where MarineLorD is forced to pick up and get out. He has killed 1 drone in this game. A single drone. Roaches ready for this move too. Getting one of the medevacs with that Queen stab. Queens will not by default attack medevacs. You have to tell them to attack medevacs. So the fact that he is doing this... Oh, is that another dead one? Get out. Oh, he tried to escape. He tried to escape and he couldn't do it. Spore Crawler here, Spore Crawler here. The drops are the only way MarineLorD is getting back in this, and he's just not doing it well. Hive on the way. 10-minute hive for Nerchio. A little bit later than he usually does. 2 infestors on the way. His roach count is 34. His Ravager count is 9. And here it is, coming from all sides. Crocodiles landing, hitting. Not much of anything. Again, I feel like their hit rate is about like 4%, but when it does hit, it is pretty darn fantastic. All right, creep spread continuing. Here, moving up the ramp. An attack over this way with some Marines. Again, +1/+1 is pretty good. No sign of +2/+2 from MarineLorD. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Picking up, boosting out his MarineLorD, not losing his stuff. Not losing his stuff. Nerchio still doesn't have a Spire. He's not super worried about this. Just getting static defense. See, static defense is good. It is great. Queens in great positions to defend against this stuff too, just in case. I don't think there's been a drop here yet, but Nerchio's ready for it if there is. So what do we have here? Marines and Marauders with +1/+1, +2 nope, just +2 attack is on the way. Ultralisk Cavern on the way, +3 ground carapace and +3 melee attack. I mean, again, Nerchio just does this Ultralisk thing so fast, so darn fast. I mean, not as fast as it usually is, but it just catches Terran players off guard. Terran need ghosts, they need liberators, they need stuff to deal with Ultras, and when they come out at the 10-minute mark, it's just like, taken by surprise here. Is he gonna drop? I don't know. We're gonna watch that minimap a little bit closely though, with the minor skirmish there. A lot of Zerg blood on the ground. MarineLorD takes out his aggression on this rock tower, and it falls. There a drop on up here, drop sort of on up here, just hanging on the very, very edge of the map is MarineLorD, not really committing at this point. Marines and Marauders going for this thing, killing creep tumors. A nice fungal growth here would be nice, but the splits are pretty good. There's the fungal and the fungal bile. Not quite getting this medevac, but getting another one, I think. 9 medevacs have been killed so far, and there are 6 on the field. This is exactly what you need to do. Exactly what you got to do as a Zerg player. Lings getting on top of everything, boosting out is MarineLorD again. This drop, Nerchio's ready for it. I don't think MarineLorD is particularly eager on doing it. I'm not sure if he forgot about it or what. It's kind of hard to see on the minimap. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he forgot that it's there. Nerchio with yet another base and another base, expanding up to this top right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total bases to essentially 4 out of MarineLorD. The Liberators are here. The +1/+1 is here. The +2/+2 is on the way. Chitinous plating's on the way. All the upgrades for the Ultras that you would ever desire are on the way. Ling's running on down here, going after these SCVs. There's 2 Marauders and a Marine. I'm not sure that's enough to deal with +2/+2 Lings, and it is definitely not. More SCVs falling, trying to run for their lives, all trying to get gas, which is a little bit odd. And 10 SCVs killed, just like that. Blink of an eye. 64-46 total harvesters in favor of Nerchio. Here he is, finally doing it. Finally dropping. Going after that spawning pool, which is nice. That is a good target. No! Lost focus. Tried to kill the queen and then got the spawning pool. Alright, so nice job. That's what you need to do there. Just so no more Lings. Those Lings counterattacks have been absolutely massive. Meanwhile, Roach's Ravager trying to deal with this stuff, but that's all it is. Ultras do pop out. Infestor gets destroyed, but not before some fungals get tossed on down, and they all die. They all die. Another attack on up here with some Roaches and Ravagers destroying this base as well, halting all mining at the natural. Pushing through is MarineLorD saying, I can't worry about it. I can't worry about that stuff. That spire is just about to complete. The army does manage to chase away the Infestors, which get exploded. Dead exploded. Ultras killing Marauders and Queens taking down medevacs. Again, medevac kill count is 12. There are 3 available for MarineLorD. Losing medevacs is bad. It is bad. Replacement spawning pool just now finishing. Nerchio does not care that he lost his at all. This medevac just hanging out. Just chilling like a villain. Do people say that? People don't say that, right? I mean, that's totally a 90s thing. I don't know. I do not know. So here comes the Nerchio. Look at the timing. Crucifile's landing, taking it down into the yellow, that command center. The army here to defend. There are some ghosts. There are definitely ghosts out on the field. More medevacs in production. A sensor tower coming up from MarineLorD too. But it's 62-40 total harvesters. There's creep every freaking where on this map. This has just got to be so frustrating for MarineLorD. He's an excellent Terran player. It's just Nerchio's been patient. He's used angles to his advantage. He's used banelings against ghosts. He's used fungal against ghosts and let his ultras do a lot of the damage. Corruptors keeping that medevac count low. He knows what he's doing, what he wants to do. And so far it's worked out pretty darn well. Another attempted double drop here. Overlord scouts that sucker out. Let's see if there's a response from Nerchio here on the minimap. And no, not really. Not really. I'm not sure if this number of roaches can deal with his planetary fortress. And they don't even try. They do not even try. Wasn't Nerchio getting a base up here at some point? I feel like he was, but now there's a creep tumor in the way. I don't know. So roaches try to sneak on in. They almost kill a ghost. That's pretty good stuff. They do kill a ghost before the ghosts get picked up and evacuated. So a little bit of a roach attack doesn't do a whole lot, but it does keep MarineLorD in his base for a little bit anyway. Here comes the drop, trying to do stuff. There are 3 queens here. I'm not sure if that is going to work for the Zerg player. Transfuse is keeping the queens alive. Look at those queens go. Corruptors again taking out the medevacs. No evacuation for you. Fungal growth keeping the medevac in place. Greater Spire pops. MarineLorD sees it just before his army gets absolutely devastated. Okay, it was a drop group. Drop group gets devastated. 185 to 142 total supply here. Infestation pit being taken down by this drop. That's a nice job. That is a nice job. Corruptors really want to kill that medevac. Can't quite get there. There are 4. There are 4 on the field. Oh, Spore Crawler. Oh, Spore Crawler. Why? Ugh. Ow. So now these guys are stuck without any healing. And, I mean, kill as many drones as you can. 3. The answer is 3. 16 SCBs have been killed. 5 drones have been killed so far. Resources lost about 12,000 for the Zerg player and about 15,000 for Terran. That is not good. That is not good. Usually you want the Terran player to have lost a lot less than the Zerg player. But either way, here comes our medevac heading on over. Gonna maybe try to get the Greater Spire. It's a good target. I mean, the Extractor is also a pretty good target, I suppose. Here comes Nerchio with his Ultras. Fully darn upgraded Ultras here at the 17-minute mark. That Planetary Fortress is going to die. Fungals and Banelings on all of those ghosts. Okay, not all of the ghosts, but most of the ghosts. The Planetary Fortress does end up dead. Corruptors have nothing to do, as there's no medevacs, and that's it. The GG from MarineLorD. MarineLorD is defeated, and Nerchio takes the series 4-0. Holy cow. What an absolutely dominant performance from Nerchio. Poland is very proud of its son today. But again, it was the same thing from Nerchio. It was stellar drop defense. It was stellar upgrades. It was making sure his Ultras were ready to go at all times. Infestors there, Banelings, Corruptors to clear out any medevacs. Let's take a look at how many there were. Three medevacs in its 18-minute game. 18 of them were killed. 18. 6 Infestors died. 1 Ultra died. Not many Ultras. 2 Ghosts. Only 2. That's kind of surprising. And 111 Marines lost their lives in this game. But 4-0 from Nerchio. What an outcome. Did not see that coming at all when I started casting this series. Just beautiful, beautiful play all the way around. I hope Zerg players learned a lot. I hope Terran players aren't too salty about this result, because we've seen Terran wins against Zerg at high levels for sure. It's not something that's impossible. But yeah, that's it. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another series for you guys. Daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.